everyone, this is Ellen Marie Francisco. Welcome to my channel. This is not a video I expected to make. I channeled a reading for a dear friend of mine who is from Iran, and she has not been able to get good information or many insights about what's really going on over there. So she asked if I would do a reading on it, and at 1:30 in the morning on Wednesday evening I sat down to just do a quick little read to see if I could bring her some peace, and this is the resulting recording. She listened to it and felt that I needed to share it on my channel, so here it goes. Thank you for coming in. This reading is being done for Iran. The first card that's coming up is the Justice card. It is an 11 card. It's a power number. It can mean law and divine justice. It can also mean the higher karmic laws, spiritual laws that work on the earth with humanity. So it feels like there's a lot of karmic justice happening. Things are coming full circle to a certain degree. The Knight of Wands is crossing it. It's a fiery card. It's a lot of momentum. It can be anger and anxiety. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear that's coming up with this card. The idea, I can feel businesses and things like that. It feels like there's a lot of corruption and a lot of having to turn a blind eye just to exist. It also feels like there's an awful lot of naivety and things that are just out of control, out of reach and out of control. Mayhem. It does feel very chaotic and unsettled. There's a sense of urgency, almost like things have become so desperate that there's just more desperation. There's just a whole lot of more desperation. So desperate measures, desperate times can lead to desperate actions. It's quite possible that there may be a lot of people fighting back, standing up, retaliating, revolting, that would never have before. So it's like a powder keg. It feels like more of an uprising. It feels like spirit is trying to, or the karmic forces are trying to settle in a way for the people. The oppression, the darkness, the heaviness is also afraid. It's almost like it can tell its days are numbered. There is the Sun card underneath that can take on a lot of meaning from spiritual awakening. So it's almost like anybody living still in some delusion that things are wrong is obviously starting to see that things are terribly wrong. So there's a lot coming to light, a lot coming up to the surface that's been controlled and hidden, and a lot of biases are being stripped away. The naive are seeing things more clearly as well. Like there's just less that can be hidden. It feels like money's going in all the wrong directions, that there's a lot of wounded. There's just a whole lot of more wounds and woundedness. Like the whole national heart is broken. But it's like a reckoning. It's like it has to get worse before it gets better. The internal structure just has to be remade. It's way too corrupt. It's way too depleting. The people just aren't going to stand for it anymore. They have nothing to lose, so they're willing to lose everything to get the point across. I feel like there's a whole level of souls that have come to help make this right, but they won't be staying to see it turn in the right direction. They'll be gone by that time. They'll be more in spirit form watching. And that also makes me feel into the sense that a lot of souls have left this planet because they don't want to be on it, but they want to be on the other side, helping from the invisible realm. So I feel like a lot of strength is coming from the ancestors of times past. It feels like there's a massive karmic reckoning. The Eight of Swords is hanging above. It's like the light is trying to win here. The light is trying to shine. And it's almost like the darkness itself is bringing the light in, because it's just stupid enough to think that it can get away with all of these devilish antics. And it's just time for the light to win. There's no way it can't. God force is coming in a way that it never has. The land itself is holy, and it will not tolerate such depravity. It just doesn't want to. I feel like there's parts of the landmass that are changing as well. Something's just coming right up and out of it. Maybe that has to do with some of the natural resources. Maybe that's what some of the fight is over. But there's a reckoning in the land. I just keep seeing all of this sand just bubble up out of nowhere, almost like there were landmines under the ground or something that are just blowing up and exploding. But it doesn't feel like an artificial weaponry. It just feels like the earth is moving. The earth is moving so that it can cleanse itself of this depravity, darkness and depravity. Truth is coming out for sure. People just don't have the fear and the oppression that they had even months ago. It's just too much is happening too quickly. And there's shreds of hope that are happening. So somehow, somehow they're winning. Somehow they're winning. The Fool card is in the point of destiny. That's all God path. It's like the path has already been sown. It's just that the powers that be are trying to stop the path. It's too far gone already. It's too late. The war's already over, even if it looks like it hasn't begun. I just keep hearing the light is winning at this point. I feel like the eclipse energy is going to help. The solar eclipse in the mid of the month. The power is coming back to the land. The giving tree is right after our doorway, the Seven of Pentacles. There's a lot of prayer happening. There's a lot of people that need hope, that see shreds of hope. People who are in the inner circles have watched the tide turn already. And now the momentum is building. The facade is cracking. I see this image almost like this golden building just crumbling as well. And I'm seeing something go on with actual gold bullion or something along that line, like precious metals are changing. The value of precious metals are changing through this onslaught. The Six of Wands is also here. It makes me also think again about the ancestors who have gone before that are coming back, that are helping bring strength to those that need to fight for this. And there have been a lot that have been praying for the unity. I'm hearing explosion. But the Ten of Cups is here. Oh yeah, that's water too. Okay, so the water, the allied forces that are coming through the waters have the dream for Iran as well. Allied forces are going to rush in. They're going to take control. The world is going to see everything. The world is going to know everything. It's not going to be hidden like it was. It's impossible to keep it under wraps anymore. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a ricochet effect where even if it does get worse before it gets better, it starts to get better quicker and it starts to hold better. it's like the Americans are just going to go in and take over. That's what it feels like. And they know how to do it. And they're restoring the feminine there. It's like the feminine is rising out of the land somehow. And the last card is the world. And it's right side up. So there does seem to be, it's like unified. It's like there's enough people that understand internally what needs to happen, what needs to shift. And then the outer forces are going to come and make sure it happens. I mean, it really does look like a coup. It looks like, yeah, God force is not going to let it be starvation on the land. It's just not going to, it cannot go on any further. How long does it go into 2026? I feel like by August, most of the worst of this is over. And there's a bit of a semblance of peacemaking, peacekeeping, more, I'm hearing more unified efforts. Yeah, so I think that this is a lot of heavenly forces that are coming from every realm and every dimension to heal the land and its people. Lots of karmic reckoning. And it does need a full internal remake. I mean, there's no question. There's a lot of relief coming, but yeah, there's a lot of bloodshed and a lot of the power struggle that is, it's like watching a lot of little brats run around trying to get their way after the party's over. You know, like it's just too late. Their influence is waning, and people are just really tired of the oppression. They're just not going to let it happen. It's almost like the Aquarian age is seeding itself in Iran as an example for the rest of the world. And then as the power starts to return into a more evolved state of being, then it'll have a ricochet effect on some of the other countries in the world that are going through similar things with the genocides and the attacks and the unnecessary bloodshed. The world is trying to heal itself through the land under everyone's feet. I don't know if they're prone to earthquakes over there or not, or what's going on, but I just keep seeing the rising. Things are rising up out of the land, almost like a whole buried civilization. Things that are under the underground is coming above ground. So there might have been like a secret allied force, or what do they call that? It's like anarchy. There's forces that have been waiting for this time to be able to strike out against the ruling class. It's a lot of God coming into this environment, a lot of high spiritual forces. And I see healer beings, I see Arcturians, I see legions of angels and light frequency. There's just something really profound about the amount of light that's hitting that region right now. Even if it looks like it's in utter darkness, somehow the dream that Iran has for itself is coming into closer availability, resolving in a way that is like a peacekeeping mission. So yeah, I don't think the bad guys get to stay around much longer. I think the gig is up, and I do see the waterways just erupting with allied forces. It's like the world is taking a stand. Yeah, and it's even cosmic, a lot of cosmic energy with the stars coming through, and so is judgment upside down. The benefit of the darkness is that it doesn't really allow for the light, so it won't recognize how much light is coming to save the place until it's too late. Like, you know how the brats dig themselves in and it becomes more obvious. even some of the, what do you call, gosh, how am I putting this into words? Even some of the political people that may have looked like they're trying to save Iran or help Iran, it's going to be more clear who's been betraying Iran all along. So some of the good guys are going to be ousted for their own bad guy approaches. It's going to be really obvious where some of the good guys aren't good guys. Like, that's just the simplest way to put it. There have been a lot of betrayals in the government, in the factions. It's almost like people have been double crossing people all along, and that becomes more obvious, and it's easier to stop because it's flushed out into the open. The amount of bad karma that some of these people have accumulated, I wouldn't want to see them on the other side of the veil. They're not going to have a pretty time, and they're going to have to make amends. So it's almost like, to the degree that Iran has been tortured, is the degree to which it will be set free, and even more. So how many years does that take? It feels like sometime between like 20 years from now, 10 to 20 years from now, this is going to be such a distant part of history, like a sad, blemished, painful, bloody history that remakes itself into something more beautiful and more liberated. And I really see, I see a lot of women just unveiled, you know, with beautiful smiles and hope. Yeah, like, just there's just so much karmic retribution. The evils can't live on the world anymore. They just can't be on the planet. People are just not gonna, it's just not gonna happen. And out of the passion that Iran has for its peaceful, loving core, it's just gonna remake itself. It's just going to bubble up out of its center. And I feel like, yeah, for sure, it's moving. Everything is moving. The tower card just flew out here too. So I wonder if the government buildings are going to change somehow. Like, it's almost like they're being rebuilt somewhere else where there's lighter energy or more peaceful energy, happier energy. It's like nobody wants the reminder of the devastation or the bloodshed that had to happen to regain its freedom and its willingness to love its own people. Like, it's the love is returning to the land, is what it looks like to me. Yeah, and the Fool card just keeps coming up. I think the dark ones are foolish to think, and they don't want to have the conversations. They don't want to be in resolution. They're like dictators, right? So they're not really into acquiescing. So that's their naivety. They just think they can stronghold everything, but the holds have already changed hands. It becomes like a peacekeeping mission. The power grab. It's not a power grab anymore. They're just gonna rectify. They're rectifying. It's like they're giving up something too. So their alliances are shifting politically, even the ones that are existing, that they're trying to hold on to. New allies are being formed. I think there is going to be some kind of a coup, and there's a lot of incredible things are going to happen where you just can't even believe it. Didn't see it coming kind of stuff out of nowhere. So for those that are willing to stand unified, we're really going to see what the Aquarian age looks like over there. The people are done. They're tired of it. They're over it. They've seen too much bloodshed already. It's been too many years of oppression. It's really just, it's on a self-correct mission. And the community, yeah, there's a lot of community coming together, and somehow they're rebuilding whatever natural resources they have in a way that serves the people and replenishes the abundance. It's like it's going to become more abundant on the world stage, more cooperative in the world stage. And I feel like it's not just the US coming to its rescue. I don't think so. I think there's other European countries that are coming in to help, and I just keep seeing the women with giant smiles. Like this is like they're taking out the patriarch in like the warped patriarch. The old power struggles and power systems are being dismantled. I just feel like buildings are going to be demolished somehow. Wow. Wow. And the Knight of Wands comes back again. So it's going to be very scary. There's no question about it. The amount of anxiety, the amount of fear. I just keep getting the sense that the common man is over it. They're just not going to allow it to continue. So even if the US is coming in to do the might and fight kind of stuff, it's the Iranian people that are rising here. So it's a little bit of both. It's not just one over the other. It's a combined war against war, basically, a war against the oppression. And people are just going to have faith that it works out, and they're going to learn a lot. They're really going to learn. The world stage is going to learn a lot from this. So whatever's been hidden in the media, somebody's going to start writing about it more and more and more and more. They just can't keep it hidden anymore. It's too much. It's too far now. And the Empress, yeah, the Empress is the final card here showing, and the Queen of Swords. It really feels like that whole land, anybody on that land is going through a mass awakening as it is. Mass awakening, whether that's from the veneers being pulled back and them seeing the truth, or in a very logical boots on the ground kind of way, or if it's a spiritual awakening and reckoning. Either way, it's happening, and it's happening because the heart wants to be free, and the people want to be free, and they want to be able to love and be in love, and they don't want to be pushed off their lands or anything. It's like, yeah, it's quite an uprising. It's going to be quite amazing. So it's going to be hardly recognizable in 6 months from what I'm hearing. It's going to be massive, massive amounts of change. Massive. Yeah. And some kind of new economy is coming out of it. Some kind of new wealth is available to the people and the lands. Yeah, major restructuring. I don't see them suffering financially for much longer. I think they're sorting all of that out. One final card to see what else we need to know. The King of Wands. Yeah. So that could be, that could be any male authority figure heading into with a single mind to just make it happen, and to not stop before it's done. And then the world, yeah, and then the Page of Swords. So yeah, the word's getting out. There's no way any of this is staying hidden any longer. It's going to hit the world stage like unbelievable. It's definitely going to be emotional. I feel like prayers really need to be, lots of prayer needs to happen for the souls that are willing to be in the trenches with this, to be an example, to help fight. I think a lot of people are going to still lose their lives, and I feel like they were in alignment with the contract to be used as a source of pain, so that others can liberate from the pain. And money's coming in from external sources anyway to help this happen. And back to the Empress. Yeah, they want a birth. The whole country wants a rebirth. I mean, it's really going to be like that. It seems a little hard to imagine that so much could happen in so short a time. But there's a lot going on behind the scenes in the invisible world and in the visible world that is helping. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of white doves too. Interesting. Well, that's what I have for Iran. I feel like the scholars are writing about it like crazy too. There'll be some tests for sure. There's still a lot that they can't say, but somehow the word's getting out through Morse code or some kind of not obvious way to speak or not obvious way to communicate. Somehow the message is still getting out. The message is clear. Wow, the Fool card just keeps coming up over and over and over again. And the Hangman. And the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups with him. Yeah, so it's a massive emotional wake-up call. I think people are just not going to be satisfied with being in emotional pain. So they're willing to endure a little bit more emotional pain in order to clear the pain once and for all. Good medicine hurts, but it gets the job done. I don't know. I see parachutes too. I don't know if that's coming down or hoisting up. I don't know what to make of that. So they're restoring value to the land. Wow, we definitely need to pray for. But I see so many angelic forces trying to protect the people who are willing to fight the good fight right now and stand up for the new world that needs to birth there. And I think it's coming, more and more information is coming to Europe and to the Western world. It's like the gig is up, you know? And there could be a lot of humanitarian aid that needs to get in there too, I guess. But I really do feel like it's coming in through the ships. It's coming in through the waterways and through the skies. At some point it is coming in through the skies. Wow. That's wild. And the Hierophant is another card coming up too. So there's obviously a lot of lessons to be learned here. People are going to rewrite the history that they assumed would happen there. And it does. It comes in. The eclipses are going to be major over there. It's going to hit them really big. So a lot of things are just going to become obvious and clear the path for the new destinies. Yeah, and karmic hell to pay for those that got in the way. It's not going to be pretty for them. They're going to have to atone. They're going to have to come back. I can already see the reincarnation happening. Like, whoever turned against that populace, those lands, that culture, they're really going to regret it. Wow. It's like a big lesson for the whole world. So yeah, the internet's going to blow up with a lot of this stuff for sure in the coming weeks. And yeah, and the prayers are not going to go unanswered. It's going to really help. And then there'll be there'll be more stabilization after June, I guess. Something's going to be more stable after June. Yeah, it's just no more BS. It's just like enough already. Yeah, it's going to get ugly. But then it's going to be so beautiful because all the women will be dancing and healing and loving. Wow. And I feel like there's just new allied forces that are going to stay there. So whether that's US or Europe, somebody's coming in to put a new hold in the government there. It's just bound to happen. It's just bound to happen. Yep. Quick. Because I swear, so many people have been waiting in the wings to make this happen. It's like the zeitgeist hits. The scourge is over. Wow. Karmic reckoning, like big time. That's what I have. That's what I'm seeing. I don't even know anything about Iran, so I have no idea how much of this relates. But I guess time will tell.